Blue Table fans, guess what? My dream has come true. Here's my dream Tyranid army, a la the Dream Armies concept. It is missing one thing, and that is termagants. I need termagants, and preferably before Valhalla. Can anyone send me some termagants on short notice? Anyway, if you can, let me know, because I have a whole ton of trade stuff, and yeah, I need them. I need at least 50. All right, so let's move on. Over the weekend, I painted up most of this stuff, or the big guys at least. So let's start with this Teran Effects. And I have a lot to say about the color scheme of this army. While I was painting it, I was like, you know, I'd like to tell them about how this all came together. What's interesting is that this sort of pinkish purple called Warlord Purple by Vallejo, if you mix it with this lime green by Vallejo, it turns into a true purple color, and it's the absolute strangest thing. I don't know why that is, but it definitely works. Okay, bought 2 new Games Workshop Hive Tyrants, turned them into flying Hive Tyrants, fantastic model. I made each of them a little bit different. This guy here, this is my Warlord. He's got this bigger horn on his head, so both with Lash Whip Bone Sword. There are 60 Ormagants. That's what those look like. Some of them have different crests to differentiate them. Hive Guard. A Tyranid Prime conversion. This has extended legs, a Ravener body, and the sabers from the Swarm Lord from the plastic Hive Tyrant kit. Hive Tyrant Lash Whip, all plastics, extended tail. So yeah, that guy's pretty deluxe. He's going to lead a unit of 30 Ormagants. I'm going to see how that works. And here we have a Tervagon. And so their blood is this greenish color. And so yeah, crushing claws on those. I'll explain why later on. Some Shrikes. This is a trade back. Thank you very much, Jeff, from the original Fungus Nids. And I got some pretty cool conversions on there. There's 7 of them. Doom of Mullen T conversion. This thing's new. I painted this over the weekend. I'm pretty excited. It's got the new Hive Tyrant tail on it, and it just looks really cool. In fact, let me tilt this back so you can see kind of how it works generally. And we've got these 2 spore pods, some zoanthropes, some pyrovores. I'm going to paint up some spore mines, and those are these guys are going to double as biovores. And we have another Tervagon here. These mitotic spores from Forge World are my venom thropes, because I absolutely love their weird alien jellyfish sort of shape. So other than 50 termagants, at least that many, this army is complete, and I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to play it at Valhalla. This is exactly the army that I wanted to play, with the models that I wanted, painted the way I wanted it, and that is what we do at Blue Table Painting. We make your dream army come true. So thanks for tuning in. And you know what? I have about another minute, so I want to talk about the color scheme here. Their skin is Vallejo Stone, and it occurred to me, it's called Stone Gray. And it occurred to me that not only is there dark light contrast, warm cold contrast, color contrast, but there can also be a bright color versus dull color contrast, and you definitely see it on these. Now, you may not be able to see it. In fact, let me get a model that has a contrast on it here. Hey, say these zoanthropes here. So if you look at it, if I could go back, this is Vallejo Stone Gray here, and this skin is Vallejo Pale Blue, which is absolutely fantastic and would have made a much better contrast, I think, if I'd used it as a skin. So if I do Fungus Nids again, I'm definitely going to use this color instead. In fact, let's take a close-up at that versus this, which is, see the difference there? So, because the Stone Gray, you'd think Stone Gray would be cold. It's not cold. It's actually a warm color, and that is not necessarily what I wanted. Not a big deal, but not a bad one either. So really the painting here, you start with a black prime, and you do an overspray of acrylic purple, And that provide, because like if you look at the skin here, you'll notice in the dark areas, it's, oh whoops, I missed this guy's back barbs. All right, anyway, you'll notice that it's not black in the crevices, it's actually kind of this purplish black. And I think there's something to be said for that. You just have to do layer after layer. And like their back here, see how there's like purple in the crevices, but there's also a bit of a black wash in there to kind of darken it up. And so these guys definitely have a lot going on, and I think it's a very organic yet very striking color scheme. All right, that's all we have for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you got your inspiration.